In Rajasthan's landscape, where colors reveal stories of wealth and tradition, there's a fading narrative, white. The starting hue of all has woven dreams in history, culture, and economy. In the deep crevice of towering marble slurry, a paradox unfolds. Where waste becomes beauty, people marvel at a majestic view, a magical paradise in Kishangarh among industrial remnants.
Exploring to find out when this started, we went to Kishangarh's busy street, learning about marble slurry and how it's made. The initial stage involves leveling the block using a blade, ensuring a seamless cut through the marble. Water running over the surface carries away the dust, marking the beginning of slurry formation. The block is then taken to be converted into slabs using the gang saw, where almost 20-30% of marble is transformed into the marble slurry. At this stage, constant water dripping is required for the blade to function smoothly as it cuts through the block.
Like a river, the slurry flows through the drains, encircling the plant. Starting with force at high pressure points, akin to a river's source, it gradually calms down, finding its way to the tanks below. The tanks are then transported to the marble slurry dump yard, where the slurry is deposited. Over time, the slurry dries out and begins to turn back to powder. The powder now swirls through the air, carried by sweeping winds everywhere. Yet as it spreads, a problem becomes clear. Breathing becomes a challenge for all, far and near.
Kids around the place enjoy playing in this very hazardous industrial waste, unaware of the fact that it causes health problems.
आप जब खेलते हो आपको कोई दिक्कत होती है?
नहीं
मजा आते हैं?
मजा आता है पर पाउडर से गली जाते हैं।
आपका नाम क्या है?
मैं गुलाम कुमार।
और आपकी उम्र कितनी है?
44 साल।
आप यहाँ कितने साल से काम कर रहे हो?
5 साल से।
अच्छा, और यहाँ पे मतलब आपका क्या काम रहता है यहाँ पे?
मेरा ऑपरेटरिंग का काम है।
और भी स्लरी से कोई दिक्कत होती है आप लोग की?
नहीं, हमारे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, पानी के साथ चलती है, न उड़ती है न कुछ होती है।
Cows graze in the marble slurry dump yard, suffering from numerous health issues. As designers, we imagined, what if we saw them not as a threat, but as resource treasures? We asked, what are they made of, and what can we create from them? Marble slurry is composed primarily of calcium oxide, along with silicon oxide, aluminium oxide, iron oxide, magnesium oxide, and moisture. Can we redefine this linear trail? From Kishangarh's depth, a fragment of marble slurry emerges. As it makes its way to our campus, does it carry the whispers of a large context challenges, waiting to be redefined and brought to full circle?
So we looked into what people were doing with marble slurry in our initial research, and we found 4 major directions that people were working on, and those were bioremediation, hydroxyapatite extraction, calcium solubilizing bacteria, 3D printing material, and composite material. So we chose to work with composite material because during our research we found that the composite material could be embedded right back into the micro context of Kishangarh, where the marble slurry problem exists.
The journey continues with gelatin. By boiling gelatin with glycerin and water, an organic binding agent emerges, complementing the marble slurry and adding a touch of rigidity to the tiles. Initially, we experimented with binders like gelatin, which exhibited strength and rigidity upon drying. However, we encountered issues such as water solubility and animal collagen content. Subsequently, we delved into the natural binders like xanthan gum, cornstarch, potato starch, spirulina powder, agar-agar, and carboxymethyl cellulose. Following these explorations, we turned to the industry-used binders that offered more water resistance and strength to the marble slurry, such as terracotta, cement, grout, and resin blends. By mixing marble slurry with white cement in precise proportion, the slurry transforms into a solid, resilient tile, a testament to innovation and sustainability. Next, combining marble slurry with grout results in durable, sturdy tiles perfect for withstanding the test of time and elements.
Building upon this, we conducted rigorous tests to assess material properties. Through these evaluations, we observed a variety of characteristics associated with the material.
We tested the strength of carboxymethyl cellulose, potato starch, grout, gelatin, and cement. Both gelatin and cement demonstrated strength by withstanding hammering, while the others broke under the impact. After this, we tested the cooling properties of the tiles. They demonstrated significant water absorption and showed a temperature drop of 7 to 8 degrees after water was poured, making them noticeably cooler than before.
We proceeded with the exploration of cement binders due to their ability to resist water, easy availability, and low usage requirements, typically ranging from 10 to 20% in the composition. After testing all materials, we discovered that cement exhibited strength.
We found that due to the high porosity of marble slurry, it remained cool for a long duration of time. This brought us on the path to experimenting with tiles and cladding made out of marble slurry that would act as a passive cooling mechanism. On that trajectory, we looked at various forms that would enhance this property as well as provide additional structure to maintain the longevity and porosity of the tiles. Taking inspiration from passive cooling forms, Jali in Rajasthan emerged as a functional solution which provides both sunlight and ventilation. Jali uses the Venturi effect in which the hot air from a high pressure region moves to an area of low pressure and turns cool.
We began by experimenting with various 3D forms. After sketching our final design, a triangular hyperbola, we rendered it in 3D software. We created an inverted triangular hyperbolic shape to reduce air pressure, ultimately harnessing the Venturi effect. Next, we used computational fluid dynamics to test our material. We calculated its density and porosity. In the following screens, you will first see the pressure drop by 5 bars as air passes through. We also simulated the material in Rajasthan's weather. Without water, the temperature drops by 3 to 4 degrees, and with water, it decreases by 10 to 12 degrees.
In our journey of marble production, we have come full circle crafting tiles from marble slurry that preserve its essence and cool touch.
However, the challenge lies in the affordability of marble slurry, priced less than 1 cent. While easy to obtain, transportation cost often surpasses the material's value. It's imperative to address the marble slurry issue locally in Kishangarh. If it is left unattended, it will continue to accumulate in the dump yards, posing risks to water quality and public health. By harnessing marble slurry, we not only overcome these challenges but also create employment opportunities for the community. Establishing a manufacturing unit in Kishangarh will complete the cycle, turning industrial waste into a valuable resource. During our ethnographic field research, we spoke with mine and dumpyard workers. Off camera, they acknowledged the problem, but on camera, their statements changed, and suddenly, marble slurry was no longer an issue. This denial is pervasive. Our project aims to enhance the well-being and work life of these workers, addressing the challenges they face. Everyone knows the issue, yet their eyes remain closed. Isn't it the time to face the problem? Isn't it the time to open our eyes?